I'm going to show you the last step, solving the Rubik's Cube Mini. If you haven't already seen the first video, I suggest you watch part 1 now. And hopefully you can get to this point here where you have the corners in the right place but not oriented right. What we're going to do now is simply turn them so that everything lines up and your cube will be completely solved. Now, this next algorithm is short, but it can be sort of confusing. I used to be able to get to this point and then the cube just fell apart, not literally, but it was tricky at first. Hopefully I can help you understand. Now here's what this algorithm will achieve. It will rotate one corner in its place. At first it may look like it has destroyed the rest of the cube, but once you complete the entire algorithm and all top corners are in their place, the rest of the cube will also solve. And you will solve this using the following algorithm. Once again, you should write this algorithm down. It will be very important. Now this is a very short and simple algorithm, and you will need to perform either 2 or 4 times in order to get your corner the way you want it. So, here we have one correct corner. Just ignore it, it's already solved. In this case, I have 3 corners that aren't turned right. Sometimes you'll get 2 opposite corners that aren't turned right, 2 adjacent corners that aren't right, or all of them won't be turned right. You will never find a case where there's only one turned out of place. Okay, so I'm going to perform the algorithm. Let's see how it goes. That's once. I did it. See this corner? It's turned right. But now you look at the rest of the cube and everything looks really messed up. In reality, it's not. You're only partway through this step. You have to finish the entire step and get all the corners in the right spot in order to solve it. Never lose track of your starting point. Like you started looking at it like this, just turn the top. This corner should always end up there. So we'll do it again. R-I-D-I-R-D. R-I-D-I-R-D. Once again, it only took 2 tries, but sometimes it will take 4. Okay? If you do it 2 times and it doesn't look quite right, do it 2 more times and it'll work. That corner is once again where it started. If you forget to turn the bottom back, it will mess the cube up. Now just rotate it so the next corner is in place. And still the cube looks messed up, but as you do it, it'll start to come together. Let's see. There. Now just give it a turn, and your cube should be completely solved. If this doesn't work, either I wrote down one of the algorithms wrong, or you need to double check the algorithm to make sure you're returning it correctly. One suggestion for the 2x2 cube, you may have taken your 3x3 apart, and they come apart pretty easily, and they're quite simple on the inside. However, I do not recommend taking the 2x2 apart. It's built entirely differently, and it has a ton of little black pieces on the inside that apparently hold the cubes together. I broke my old one taking it apart, so don't do that. Hopefully, you can now solve your 2x2 cube.